Hi everyone, this is Sean from KeyofGray.com, and today I am reviewing the djay remote, which is basically software for the iPhone that you're able to access djay software on your Mac, but through your iPhone. So it's basically an app that just controls the djay software on your Mac. So it's not a standalone djay application. So you won't be able to, for instance, access the library on your iPhone and djay off of it directly. It's basically just a wireless way for you to control djay. So maybe you could do some Ian Golden-esque djay sets where you run off into the crowd and you control your decks. In my case, I'm using the Vestax Spin that I've reviewed before. So I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to show you what's going on in the iPhone, but just so you can see here, this is what it looks like. It's basically a iPhone version, exactly a replica of what's happening in the djay software. A little bit stripped down, but I'll go over that in a bit. So let me just play this track and show you that I can control everything from the iPhone. So I'm just going to cue it up. This is a track, by the way, by Nujabes, who recently died. Great Japanese hip-hop producer. If you like the tracks, you should check him out, definitely. It's called Feather, and it features Star. So I can press play from here. I can start my track. It has everything that you can also see that, I'm not sure if you can see this, but it keeps the album art from the actual CD. And if I go here, I can grab it and I can scratch it from the iPhone. I can set cue points. I can trigger my cue points. I can sync stuff. I also have a center crossfader. It only shows one record at a time. Let me see here. You can probably see on the screen right now everything that I'm controlling. So if I want to go to deck 2, I can go to deck 2. You can see in India a retrack is loaded up right now. And I can switch over to it. So there's nothing playing. I haven't started it right now, but I can start this one. You can listen to it. Of course, it's not going to be mixed, so please excuse. I'm just playing it just to show you. You can hear them both playing on each other. You can see on the screen it's controlling. I can control the crossfader from the iPhone. Let me close that. One of the buttons that I really miss on the Vestax Spin is the ability to key lock, which I can show you right here. I'll just move my arrow over it. You can see the key lock button here. Right now, I use a Korg NanoPad that I have mapped as well as the Spin to basically do my djay sets, and I have a button on my Korg NanoPad set for key lock, and it would be something that I'd actually like to see on this iPhone app, but it's not here. So I'm going to start it here, play with some effects so you can see me controlling it. This is an echo effect. I can also choose a reverb effect. What's great about the iPhone is, unlike the Spin, I'm able to control multiple parameters on the screen at once. Like multiple effects. Right now, the Vestax Spin, because of limited buttons, is not able to control more than one effect unless I go in and actually set it click into the djay software with my mouse. That's kind of a drag that I'm not able to access them all from the Vestax Spin, but I mean there's space limited on the device itself. So, but with this iPhone app, you can actually control it all, which is great, and without having to worry about the decks and without having to touch the laptop itself. Another thing I like in this is the ability to control cue points. So on the Vestax Spin, you can control one cue point. The other way to control cue points, as you can see down at the bottom of the software, and I'm just mousing over it right now, you can hit the let me just play this and show you. Singing that, drifting out, singing that. Singing the headlines line with Discord. So you can see I was able to control them from the software itself. Now, I was able to also control these cue points from the iPhone app, but I'm only able to control one from the Spin. So having the iPhone app open, you could potentially use it to control your cue points, which would be great, while you're up at the in the djay booth. So let me show you how that works here. The genocide on the planet in uproar.
Singing the headlines line with discord. It's either genocide or the planet in uproar. Singing the headlines line with discord. It's either genocide or the planet in uproar. Drifting away like a feather in air, letting my words take me away from the hurt and despair. So
I should also actually mention right now quickly that, like I touched on basically before, it accesses the music on your Mac. For instance, this iPhone here is actually my friend's iPhone, so he has a separate iTunes library loaded up to it. I can't access those tunes using this iPhone app. I can only access tunes that are actually on my laptop. I don't know if you can see this. Basically, you goes over Wi-Fi and accesses my iTunes library, so you can see how I would have to load the tracks. It looks just like iTunes. If I double click, for instance, this is obviously not a DJ track. This is a Japanese rock band that I had previously produced. You can hear a little bit of it playing there, but that would be how you would have to load up the tracks. I'm not sure if that's more intuitive, less intuitive for you. For me, I still prefer dragging and dropping from my library to the right here, and just loading that way. But I mean, it's really up to you. It's your personal preference. I think that is great that this app is out. Gives you the opportunity to just have different ways to access the software. Like I said in my first review of the VestX Spin and DJ software, I thought that the DJ software was really well implemented, and just having other options to access it. I wouldn't personally. I would say that I wouldn't use just the iPhone app. I think it's a little bit hard. You have to navigate a lot of menus. It kind of negates the whole ease of use of using an actual physical MIDI controller. I really like the tactile feel. This is good, but I don't want to have to click through all these menus. That's basically why I got this. So if you're like a straight up laptop DJ and you're used to basically using your mouse to click in the software, then this will work great for you, especially since you can walk around with it and you're not tethered. But for me, and I think a lot of classic DJs, you're probably going to want to stick with your bread and butter and just use this iPhone app to supplement that. Alright, once again, this is Sean from KeyGray.com. Thanks a lot for checking out this review of the DJ Remote, which is the iPhone app. A couple things I wanted to touch on quickly. The iPhone does not allow you to cue using the headphone jack on the iPhone. So you can't pre-cue the next track coming up. You can basically just control the track that's going on, or if you want to dump another track on without cueing it using auto mix or something like that, you could definitely do that. Also wanted to mention quickly that it's a Wi-Fi app, so it basically needs a router and a network to work. So the Wi-Fi from your iPhone or your iPad Touch won't go directly to the Mac. You basically have to go through a router, and then that'll directly go to the Mac and control it. Not sure if you will have access to the Wi-Fi network at the club you're at or someone else's house. Definitely you'll be able to have it at home, but something to think about if you want to take this out on the road. So I thought I'd just play through this new Jad Best track. Once again, it's called Feather, and it features Star, and just play around with some of the features on the iPhone and not have to use my spin. Okay, here we go.
Singing the headlines line with discord. It's either genocide or the planet in uproar. Never good. The rules in paradise are never nice. The best laid plans of mice and men are never right. I'm just a vagabond with flowers for Algernon, an average Joe who knows what the fuck is going on. It's the hope of my thoughts that I travel